It's your boy Kenji, man, and look here, I got another video for you, man. So this video here is going to be a topic and discussion type video. We're going to be talking about the different types of generals, which are instinctual generals and strategical generals. But I'm going to get a little bit more in depth than that. We're going to be talking about the subtype generals, basically the ones that stand out, where you see their plans, you see how they move as a general, and they just stand out. You see them in multiple battles, you pretty much know this is the type of general they are in depth, right? So let's get into this video, and once again, thanks for all the support, and thanks for people subscribing, hitting the like button, commenting, doing all of the thug dizzle to keep this channel growing. So now let's get into it. First person we're going to get into is Duke Hyou. And what I call this person, this is just me, these are my titles. This is the type of subtype general this person is. He is the fire chaser. The fire chaser. Right? You can also call him the fire starter. Either way it goes, he's chasing a fire. So I call him the fire chaser. Now, what I also want to let you know, if you a Kingdom fan, you're probably thinking, don't all instinctual generals chase the fire? No, not all generals chase the fire. Not all instinctual generals chase the fire. But specifically, Duke Hyou, Gyun from that horrible place known as Zao, and Shin, they're both fire chasers. They go to an area, and what this fire is the will of the soldiers. When you start seeing, and you can tell, like if you're on a battlefield and you start looking, and you like, it's not always the area where the most is happening, a whole bunch of fighting. What you do see is you start to see men turn into giants, right? You were like, whoa, those guys over there, they don't usually fight like that. They don't usually fight like that. Something going on over there. Somebody met somebody that they really don't like. Or are you seeing somebody didn't die? Somebody important died, and now they are fucking pissed, and they didn't turn into monsters, tigers, tigers, and bears. Like lions and tigers and bears. That's my song. But that's what the will of the fire is. And a lot of times we could give you two examples. Duke Hyou will either wait for a fire to start, or he's going to start the fire. Or he can sniff out the fire, where you could say, based on the way these formations are working, you can tell how certain people are going to react. You can tell the flow of how these formations are going to happen. That will of fire lets you know. You can tell. And some people, Duke Hyou, when he went after Riboku, and when he was doing that, I call what it was called, that formation he was using. So I keep those down with me. Which war formation was that? It was called Rendu. No, it was called Ryudo. Ryudo, when he was spinning his army in those formations, and it was basically causing it was literally a tornado of a formation. It looks like a big mess, but it's not. And it's basically interchanging, and for him to, Riboku, to control that, just showed you how much of a strategical general he is. He's next. We're going to talk about him. Duke Hyou figured it out, and in my mind, I'm still just lost of words to even try to explain how Duke Hyou got in there and then fought Hogan one-on-one. He passed out. He passed R.I.P. But he broke his motherfucking arm. He took something from that motherfucker. And that allowed Shin to beat his ass. But, Dukoi, people. That's Dukoi. Now, let's go to a strategical general this time. Ousen. My nigga Ousen. Ousen is what I would call the king of missing information. I'm going to give you one example. During the Sanyo campaign, when he was going head up with Kyo-in, one of the four heavenly kings of Rinpa, and he used Heki as bait, putting Kyo-in in that trap surrounding him. But then Rinpa showed up as well, because both of those guys surveyed that area. Not even the Wei soldiers knew about that area. Because if they knew, they would have told Kyo-in, like, oh man, there's a gorge up here, we might get trapped. And Rinpa actually went and surveyed it. Just like Ousen went and surveyed it. You know he does that stuff. Because he wants to get all the information that he can get. So you can slip on it and be like, damn, missing information. Now, some people would say the missing information is when once Rinpa showed up, Ousen dipped and had a fort out there in the middle where nobody knew was there. Not even Rinpa knew was there. But he kind of guessed it because Rinpa is what I call a full metal general. And I'm not going to get no detail about that, but we're just going to save that for the part 2. Because we're not talking about Rinpa right now. Let's talk about Ousen. Ousen solidified the win, the dub, once he won the battle before the battle even started. He took it to all the information. He knew that Kanki was going to do what he do. He's going to sneak up in that motherfucker, kill a motherfucker. He knew that Ohon, Moten, and Shin were going to win against Rinko. Young officers going at it. You don't think he knew that those three were going at it for the longest, competing with each other? And that right there will cause a fire to start. That right there. And then you gotta think, he also knew that Moubu was gonna lose. But he also knew that Moubu was going to be able to talk his way out of that situation. He knew he knew everything that was going to happen right there. You know why? He got information on everybody. Knew that Mogo was probably going to lose against Rinpa. This was a big risk. But he knew about time Rinpa showed up and Kashibo was going to show up, that if Rinko didn't show up, then they wouldn't have a chance. And that if his army stayed fresh in that and then Rinpo made the decision to keep fighting that battle, then Ousen, and that battle went on to the next day, and to the next day, it would have been drawn out. Ousen would have found a way to win that battle. Even if he wasn't able to slay Rinpa, they would have took out a large amount of numbers, especially with Kanki out there. Even Rinpa said, we could go find Kanki and defeat him, which is going to take a while. But one thing that was going to change everything was the fact that Ousen was still at that fort. And you think Kyo-in was going to keep Ousen in that fort? Come on, man. We all know Ousen had another way to get up out of there. And come on. You think he was going to stay in there? If the battle would have got drawn out longer, Rinpa would have lost. So, I'm telling you, it's so unfathomable to believe that Ousen believed in those youngsters and believed in his master Moubu that much, where he believed that they was gonna win. Some people will say, "Oh, he left his master. He think he's more important." That's what Rinpa said. Rinpa said that. He said, "Oh, he thinks he's more important than the main general." Nope. He solidified it. He was the key factor and the reason why you didn't keep that battle going. Ousen won the battle at Sanyo campaign. If you think that I'm lying, just go keep looking at it. Think about it. The missing information there. Even though Rimpa had it, he just couldn't even understand how Ousen was going to utilize it. And that's right there. The utilization of that war and him saving himself from getting hit up by Rimpa was the misinformation that Rimpa couldn't even fathom. Bam! King of missing information. I love breaking this down. Now, let's get into another Instinctual general. Some people think probably wouldn't be an Instinctual general. It's just because you just don't see it that way. Kanki is an Instinctual general. Remember, there's only two types of generals. And if you say Kanki's a strategical general, what strategical general? When have you ever seen him use formations in a way to win a battle? Never. I ain't never seen him do that shit, ever. You might see a couple of his men might probably do an echelon assault, come across the field, but never really. It's even when he's fighting Kesha, that's why Kesha was like, why he not coming? Cause man, he's not a strategical general. He's not doing the formation. He's gonna draw you out. He's using the bluff. Kanki is the bluffer. I call him the bluffer, man. He bluffs you every time. Think about when he killed Genpo. That's a bluff move. He sent Kashibo out there. He thought, oh, we about to kill him now. We about to kill the general. Got to be at his camp. He wouldn't dare put on our officers' uniforms and sneak into our camp and kill me. He wouldn't dare do that. Nah. Yes, he did, and he killed you for that. Underestimating him. He bluffed you, and you thought wrong. You thought he was at the camp? Nope. He's right there in your camp, and he's about to kill you. Here's another one. Remember, when it was at the battle at the Kankoku Pass, he bluffed them motherfuckers. He went down there. What'd he do? He was riding down there, pretending that he was one of the way soldiers. Got their flags, went into the Han army, and killed their general. Bluffed them. You can't. I'm really hoping somebody disagree with me on all this, because I'm really sitting here trying to convince you that he's bluffing. Did the same thing with Kesha. I just said he bluffed Kesha. That's why Kesha was fucking pissed. He was like, God damn it. Man, fuck. Let me trap this motherfucker. You can't trap somebody who's gonna bluff you, bro. You can't. He's just, you be like, damn, I can't trap him. He keep bluffing. Why you won't take the bait? It seems like he won't take the bait, but he bluffs him. And then as soon as your ass go down there, Kesha, he does the same thing your ass did. He flipped your move on you. King of bluff. You want to go another one? Kocho. Remember Kocho? The guardian deity of Kanzan? Oh, he bluffed the fuck out that nigga. He made him think, oh, his whole army's gone. We chasing him down. We got him. Our HQ fine. Oh, no, your HQ surrounded. And all those guys that ran off, they met up and turned around and came after your ass, and now you're dead. King of bluff. Instinctual general. He goes off instincts. This is why you really can't read it. This is why when you thinking in a way when you thinking in a certain way, like you thinking, you using, the best way I could say is you're trying to play chess with a motherfucker who got a gun. It's like, I beat you. Yeah. And dude just, No, you didn't. You did not beat me. You're breaking the rules. This is not how people are supposed to play chess. I bet every general said that, was thinking that, and they ain't gotta say it, but I bet they was thinking that every time when Kenji was about to show up and kill him, he was like, I bet they were saying, this is not how generals supposed to fight. Generals don't fight like this. This is not how you supposed to do this. You're cheating. The bluffer. Now, let's get into this motherfucker. Riboku. If you seen my video on Riboku why I dislike him, then you know what I call him. He is the king of the missing army. He is so similar to Ousen. But the thing about Riboku is he loves using this missing army thing. That's how he just loves it, bro. He plays the defensive games. He plays the defensive games, and then these defensive strategies to the point where it drains you. And then another fresh army pull up on your ass. And you can say this is kind of like Ousen. Yeah, it's kind of similar. But Ousen not doing this all the fucking time. He not. He does it in a way where it's like, yeah, I got a missing army. But there's also some. But the way he does it is, he really has to. He really has to confuse you and make you lose sight of his army. It's the same thing he did to that dude from Yan, that general from Yan when they was at Kankoku Pass. See, the difference between him and Riboku is that you don't even see the army. You never saw the army. The army just pull up. You're like, hold up, man. This army was not here on the first day. You can't just be pulling up. This is cheating. This is cheating. How many times Riboku done that technique with the missing army? He done it in every battle except the one in when he was facing Ousen. You don't think he tried? They showed you that he tried. He went to the king and asked for the royal army. You know, and if he would have got a yes on that, I guarantee you that royal army would have not showed up with him and that army that he had. That bitch would have pulled up somewhere. It would have waited. They would have been fighting. Ousen would have been fighting them niggas. And then soon as what could I say? He could have used that in two different ways. He could have used that army to go save Hyou, or that army could have pulled up after Hoken died. If that army would have pulled up after Hoken died, after all the shit they went through, killing Yoon and Cho'Garu, you bitch ass, man. And what's his name? Kenpo, yeah, the big dude that served under Kesha. I'm saying his name wrong, I know it. But if that army would have pulled up, it would have proved my point. But don't slip up on what I'm saying. He tried his best to get the missing army, and he pretty much lost the first battle of his lifetime because he didn't have that missing army. Otherwise, if he don't have the missing army, he's going to play these defensive games. Don't attack. He's going to play defense, I guarantee you. He's not about that life. He's a defensive strategical general who depends on that missing army. And I'm not trying to shit on him. I'm just saying that's his shit. That's the shit that makes him stand out. And that's why I call him the king of missing army. Fucking, ooh, I hate that nigga, man. I can't wait till he die. But last general, this one is a little tricky. It seems simple, but it's really not. Moubu. What type of general is he? Now, before I say what he is, the type of I'm gonna say before I get into the type of subtype general he is, I want you to understand, right? We try to place him in the strategical or instinctual. It's pretty much hard to place him either one. You know why? Because Moubu usually he pretty much doesn't use instincts, and he pretty much doesn't use strategical formations. He and the reason why, you know why? He's so fucking strong. And like I said in the beginning, not all instinctual types are fire chasers. Sometimes they are just they're like bugs. They'll allow you to start a fire, and while you focusing on that fire, they'll sneak up behind you and kill you. Right? That's the type of nigga Kanki is. Moubu, I would say he's an instinctual general who is trying to learn how to be a strategical general, right? You see him trying to start doing, remember he's doing echelon formations when he was in the battle at Bayo, and he also listened to Shohiken and used his strategy against against Kanmei, and in the battle against the Chu army, he had his son doing the strategy for him, right? So he's basically trying to figure out who he is. But the reason why I'm just going to tell you exactly why he's an instinctual general who's trying to become a strategical general. That's why I feel like he lost that dude in Chu. Because he's trying to be a strategical general. But he's really an instinctual general. And his instincts, this is what type of instincts he is. He is the brute. The brute. He's like, bro, who's the leader of this army? Who is the leader of his army? Tell me, what's his name? Alright, when you see him, point him out. Alright? And his instincts, as soon as he see that person, his instincts say, go over there. I don't care who's in the way. I don't care what type of formation, I don't care if you can shoot arrows. I don't care if you got long ass spearmen. I don't care if you send a group to hit my back formation. I'm not even worried about that. I don't care. I'm coming to kill you. All I see is you. My instincts are telling me to slam straight through all this. I am going to go through all that. And because he's able to go through all that, he is literally the fire itself. Think about it. Think about all his men. Anybody who's riding with Moubu and sees that, and he's like, damn, they sent all this shit and we still able to get through this? What's going on? I feel a fire in my body. And that's the same thing Duke was able to do, right? He was able to build a fire in his men. And you will see this in Moubu. This is not the same thing that Kanki does, believe me. He does not put a fire in his men. He doesn't put a fire. He makes his men either create fires, literally real fires. And he burns people. And he creates fires in other people by killing people, torturing them, creating all these fancy ass that's why he hangs people in their bodies and shit. So when people see it, either they gonna get mad or they gonna get scared. Either way, he's controlling the fire in you. Oh, I should call. Not only is he the bluffer, he is the fire controller. Moubu isn't that. Moubu, that's why I say Moubu right now, we haven't really got to really see the potential of him. He's like, bro, Moubu is like, he is like molten on and Shin. He's on the same level as them. But because of how strong he is, strong, I can't say it. How strong he is, he never had to use either one. He just uses his strength. But eventually, that strength goes away. I mean, somebody's gonna figure you out, bro. So, but the thing is about that dude. Remember that dude? I forgot his name. That he fought in Chu. Because Moubu was over there trying to be a strategical general. He was trying to be a strategic general. I don't care what nobody said. And at the same time trying to be an instinctual general. He lost. That's why that dude whooped his ass. Because dude, Moubu, don't know what the fuck he want to be. Bro, Moubu. This is turned into a Moubu counseling session. Moubu. You either going to be the type of general that does strategies, or you going to be the type of general that does be an instinctual general. You know, you can work with there's people I see like Shin. He got a strategist, and they work together. But Moubu, I'm telling you, Moubu, if you don't need a strategy, just do you, man. But if you do need a strategy, just follow the strategy only to a certain point, and just then go do you. You know, something gonna shake. But we're gonna see more of Moubu once we get to Chu. I noticed that I'm not even for sure if he's an instinctual general. I'm still thinking about this. Like, I'm gonna go in the comment section if you're still here. What type of general you think Moubu is trying to become? Is he trying to be an instinctual general or a strategical general? You see him adding strategy, but you know he's instinctual. You know he's supposed to, and sometimes he don't even use his instincts. Remember when he chased Hoken? And because this how I know he's pretty much leaning to instinctual. Here you go. You remember when he first met Hoken? And he kind of trembled. He's like, ooh, this guy, I could feel the martial powers off of him. That was his instincts. But his instincts were off. Remember, he chased him. And this is where the body switch up. Because you could tell that the Hoken that was in front of him, that was real Hoken. But the one that he finally got close to, that wasn't the real Hoken. Some dude just as big as Hoken that looked like him. And he smashed his head in. And he fell for all those traps. He kept chasing him. And got his army got hit by goddamn boulders and all type of traps and shit. He should have been expecting that by his instincts. But that's why I say he is an instinctual general. It's just that because he's not using them all the time, or he's not being strategical all the time, pick one, Moubu. Pick one. You are the brute. You are the brute instinctual general that doesn't know what the fuck he is. That's mine. But I feel like I gotta. I feel like I'm not for sure. But if you disagree with any of that, or you agree with some of it, but you think you could add something to that, go to the comment section and let me know what you think. Because sometimes I just don't know what Moubu fuck is. He's confused, man. He's confused. I feel so sorry for him, man. What's about to happen? Boy, his best friend about to break his heart. But other than that, it's a wrap, man. It's your boy Kenji. Subscribe, comment, like, share, do all the thug dizzle. Give y'all some more videos. And I got another video coming up. I done told y'all so many times that I was going to do the video of me explaining Kame versus Moubu. And that's going to let you really know, give you some more hints about whether or not he's instinctual. I would say, let's say this in the video. He is an instinctual general who's trying to learn how to be strategic, even though he doesn't really need it to win. But sometimes I think, in my mind, Moubu don't even care about winning the battle. He's just trying to kill the general and make his name for himself. It's harsh words, man. Harsh words. But I'm out of here, man. Y'all keep it easy.